Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jonathan, and if you're new here, I'm a first year PhD student at the University of Waterloo studying accounting. And as you can probably tell, I'm definitely not in Oakville anymore. I'm here in Toronto. I'm just here for the weekend for a couple days, and I am definitely really happy to be back. It's definitely nice to get out of the house for a little bit. And I think for this weekend, I'm gonna definitely do a bit of studying, but I'm gonna take advantage of the great weather and do a lot of walks within the city. I'm gonna hit up a lot of the spots that I typically used to visit when I used to live here in Toronto. So right now I'm in Grange Park. It's a nice little park right on Queen Street, and it's actually right next to OCAD. So it's a great place to kind of just sit around for a bit. My girlfriend's actually meeting up with someone on Buns or Facebook Marketplace to get some stuff. So she's just meeting with the buyer right now, and I'm just waiting for her right now. So what's great about Grange Park is that it pretty much has everything. There's a dog park here, there's a playground for kids, there's a huge green space right in the middle, so a great place to kind of relax, have a picnic when the weather is nice. You can also tell that the park itself is actually pretty well furnished. The benches look great, it's really clean, and there's some nice art sculptures around the park because the park is situated right next to OCAD, which is a university here in the city that focuses on art and design. But overall, it's a great little place to kind of escape from the city. I was actually shocked the first time that I came here that it's so close to Queen Street and Spadina, because those are some major streets here in the city, and this is just like nestled right in between. So if you get a chance to visit this place, I definitely recommend. Okay, so we got a donut. It's the Oreo. It's like an Oreo cream one, which looks pretty tasty. It's pretty good. Still better than Timmy's. Okay, here. Also, don't worry guys, I have my mask right here. I just kind of took it off for the eating part, and I'm pretty much in an abandoned parking lot right now, so no one's close to me except for my girlfriend, so definitely still being safe. So for number two, basic strawberry glaze, you know. Man, Krispy Kreme is so good. Breakfast of champions. So right now we're at Queen's Park. It's one of the larger parks here in the city. It's actually super nice. You can see there are some nice paved roads, some benches, a lot of picnic tables. It's actually a really great place to kind of hang out, especially on a nice day like today. And it's funny, what I noticed that when we were walking by, there's a lot of people that are hanging next to that statue, and there's also a lot of police officers around, like a lot more than usual. And when I got a little closer, I realized that this is probably where a lot of the anti-lockdown people, like protesters, meet up before they actually do their walk around the city, because just based on the people that are sitting over there and like the stickers and buttons and signs that they have, it seems like that's what it's all about. And there's also music playing over there, so I guess I found their hideout, guys. But other than that, it's a really nice day today. It's around 15 degrees, nice and sunny, a bit of cool breeze. It's like the perfect combination, and I'm just having a blast. Like, even though I'm just walking around, just walking in the city is like a fun experience for me personally. And it's just making me feel really calm and at peace, and it's nice to be back, you know. It's kind of nice to be back. But the adventure still continues. We're gonna, I think, walk around UFT since it's so close, so we're gonna check out my alma mater I did my master's here at UFT, not at this campus unfortunately, at the Mississauga campus. But the St. George campus here, it looks like Hogwarts, so why not go take a look at it again. So right now we are at the UFT St. George campus, and there is a lot of construction going on right now. You can see that they've pretty much dug up this entire middle section here, so King Circle. And before all this construction took place, it used to be a huge green space, and a lot of students would kind of just like chill and relax here. I've actually spent some time here because I did a lot of studying here in the libraries when I was studying for my GMAT, also during my master's program, which I did at UFT. And we would sometimes have picnics here with my girlfriend, so like after class we would find a big tree and then we would have a picnic blanket and just kind of relax there during the summer. It was just so relaxing. But you know, it's kind of nice to be back in a university setting. I kind of talk about how sometimes I feel a bit disconnected with my PhD experience just because I'm not on campus and I'm not in Waterloo. So kind of being on campus, even though this campus right now is kind of torn up and under construction, it still feels really, really nice. It just kind of reminds me, you know, why I decided to do a PhD in the first place. But this was a nice little part of the trip. I think what we're gonna do now is probably head to the annex to grab some lunch, because one of my favorite restaurants in the city is actually Sushi on Bloor. If you haven't heard of Sushi on Bloor, the place is absolutely amazing. Amazing sushi at affordable prices, because the place is, I feel like it's mostly built for students. Quality is great, the rolls are great, so I'm super excited to go there. I used to go there all the time when my girlfriend used to live in the annex when we were students at UFT. So, and plus I haven't been in the city for a while, so I haven't had Sushi on Bloor in a while, and it's the only sushi place that I go to when I'm in Toronto, so I can't wait. So back when I was working for EY, one summer I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna give this PhD thing a try, so I decided to rewrite my GMAT. And at the time my GMAT score was like a 600 or 610 I believe, which is really, really bad for a PhD application. So I decided to rewrite it. I enrolled in a Manhattan GMAT prep course, and I decided that for that summer I was going to spend all my additional time outside of work on GMAT prep. So that's where I pretty much spent my entire summer. Plus I spent a lot of time at the Ryerson Library, but I would work at EY from like 9 to 7 in the summers, and then grab a quick dinner, and then pretty much transit over to this campus and go to Robarts and study till 11 p.m. or midnight, and then head back to my place. And then for every weekend I pretty much just spent it on campus here studying. So definitely a lot of fond memories, because I absolutely hate the GMAT. It was the biggest challenge of my PhD application. So I spent a lot of restless days and restless nights here studying, and it's kind of nice just to walk down memory lane and just rethink about those times, because sometimes, you know, it's kind of cool to just look back on how hard you worked on certain other things and kind of relate that to how life is going today. So it's definitely a nice little reminder of where I've come from, for sure. So we're back at the UFT campus. We found a little nice green space that we could eat lunch and just stay away from people and be safe. So I'm gonna open up the food and show you guys. Okay, so we have spicy salmon on the right hand side, and then we have, it looks like salmon avocado. I asked for the crunchy roll. I think they probably messed up one of my rolls, but that's okay because both are still good. So those are the rolls. I ordered a side of chicken karage, so that's Japanese fried chicken, and it comes with this sauce right here. And they have a lunch special, which I'll show you guys the menu. So the lunch special comes with miso soup. It's in there. I'm not going to open it up just because it's going to get a little messy. And it comes with a nice Japanese salad here. I love that sauce. I don't know what dressing that is, but that dressing is so good. And then obviously we have some soy sauce. So right now we just walked through a trail called Philosopher's Walk. As you can see, God, it's so nice. It cuts through the Uft campus. It's right next to Bloor Street, which is a really busy street, but it's so serene. You got like this nice paved road, lots of benches, these huge trees. It's actually so nice to just kind of sit on a bench and do some reading. God, it's so nice. So this is the end of Philosopher's Walk. Oops, sorry. And if we just do a quick turn, we see that Queen's Park is right over there. So that's just where we started this morning. Oh, this is new. This whole green area, this used to be under construction. So right now we are at College Park. It's a new park that the city built pretty recently. I think it was erected sometime last year. And what's crazy is that I actually used to live in the building right behind the park. So I used to live in Aura. It was the first condo that I lived in here in Toronto. I moved out right after I finished my master's and I got a full-time job at UI. And at the time I was living with my sister, who was a fourth-year UFT student. So it was a 1+1. I took the bedroom, my sister took the den. And it was a really fun year, just kind of like living in Toronto, living out that dream that I've always had. And now that I come back to kind of look around, it's crazy how much time has passed. And I definitely do miss it sometimes. I had a crazy, super nice gym. That was like the one whole floor of the condo, which was really, really nice. There was a subway station right below the building. So it was super convenient to get anywhere you wanted in the city. The grocery store was also in the basement as well. So it's just very convenient. And obviously when you just come out of school, living in Toronto, it's always like a really fun experience. So hopefully one day when I graduate my PhD program, I'll be able to find my way back to the city somehow. So right now we are on the Ryerson campus. It's actually very empty here. I spent a lot of time on this campus, especially in the library where I did a lot of my GMAT studying. Just because I live so close to this library and it was open pretty much all the time. I just had to cross the street and bam, I was in a nice library to study at. It's very modern inside and I do enjoy studying there. But I've also actually taken a course here back when I was trying to apply to my master's program. I had to retake one of my stats course from I think first year back in undergrad. So I got a C in my first year for that course, and pretty much to get into the master's program they wanted me to retake it. So for one summer I pretty much came here I think twice a week to the Ted Rogers School of Business building and then took my class, and yeah, definitely a lot of memories on this campus. There's the old firm. Look guys, it's my friends at CPA. So right now we are close to City Place, which is actually where I lived for 2 years. Right before I moved home to Oakville for my PhD. So I'm gonna quickly show you guys where I spent the last couple of years. Great neighborhood, love City Place, super convenient, great if you have a dog because there's a lot of green space, you're next to the water, so there's a lot of places to walk your dog. Definitely walked Lola a lot of times there. I took care of her for a couple weeks when my parents were in China, so definitely a lot of fond memories around this area, and I'll show you guys some of my favorite spots.
But we've been missing the energy here in Canada, the human touch. Well, that's over after 444 days.
Fans in the stands.
What a scene in Montreal, both inside and outside. The Leafs have now...
So I realized I didn't film an outro for yesterday's adventure. I was just so disappointed after the Leafs game last night that I just kind of went to bed. But it's Sunday morning, and actually, because I did so much walking yesterday, we did about 26,000 steps. We left the place around 9:30 a.m. and got home around 5 p.m. So that's almost 7-8 hours of walking, and my leg this morning, especially my ankle, it just started to hurt quite a bit. I think I just sprained it, and I eventually decided to get some of these bandages to wrap around my foot just to compress the muscle, and it does feel a lot better right now. But that's just crazy how just some casual walking can cause a bit of an injury. But I went out this morning, decided to go for a walk, and my leg was just not having it, so I decided to not put any pressure and just come back home. But with that being said, it has been a great weekend, and I definitely had a lot of fun. And even though I probably can't go out a lot today, I definitely think I got my fix yesterday. So if you guys enjoyed the adventure and you guys enjoyed the video, then please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that thumbs up, it really helps out a small YouTuber like myself. We're almost at 500 subscribers, so that is a cool milestone to hit. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.